fundamental question is, why should media companies who are getting advertising revenues look at commerce? Because the mindset of a media company is that while we are your business partners, we help you expand business, but we help you do branding. We are not in the business of being your distributors or your sellers or retailers, whatever term you might want to use. Because in some cases, those media platforms will then probably not be so effective and not be able to charge the rates they charge. So it's a mind shit, and a lot of media owners resist that. And I wrote a small have been very slow in adopting to internet commerce. In fact, most of them really see it as something of a threat and not as an opportunity. And traditionally, what have media companies done? They've done content, and through content they have created communities, and the marketeers, entrepreneurs, product and service manufacturers have reached out to those communities through the media. I think why media owners should move away from community development through content to commerce. You got it? No, 15 months, there has been a huge pressure on both volume and yields of media companies. The largest media companies have seen both volume and yields gone down. In the last 2 months, that has come back, and volumes. And the volumes have come back by 40% or maybe 50% in the last 2 months, but the yields continue to be low. So there is an opportunity, or there is a pressure to somehow create revenues from alternate revenue streams. I think that's the biggest. So media owners are looking at opportunities how they can increase their revenues. Second, very, very importantly, there are new players in the media domain who are not classical media companies, in the sense that they do not do content. They also don't do retail, but they're somewhere between doing content and retail. And media owners are seeing that those companies have a lot of traction, and they can become natural partners to entrepreneurs or marketeers, where they can help them sell products or services. So media owners realize the fact that if they don't do it, these companies, these ecosystems will be born outside their companies. Third, marketeers are very much interested in brand building, but more and more marketeers want an ROI in terms of sales. Marketeers are saying branding is okay, but we want sales. Can you help in becoming a partner in sales? And if you talk of newspapers, the reason you see all newspapers having activation cells, or most media companies having activation cells, in some way they're becoming partners in creating sales in commerce. Fourth, we live in the era of contextual marketing. The search engines are making sure that if you are searching for something, you're automatically also getting a cue to probably buy that product. Fifth, and according to me, that's a big deal. This year, during the Christmas season, the 2 most searched words on internet, do you want to guess what were those? You're all from internet, and they were not Tiger or Woods. They were free shipping. Free shipping. So these are the 2 words that got the sales of products using internet up. So my last 2 points in this context are, one is, in India we have a lot of other issues which are impediments in terms of retail. Internet bridges those, whether we are talking of increasing traffic. I also wrote a white paper for the government of India, where I said that they should extend benefits to internet retailers and consumers who buy on internet. That way they can decrease a lot of pressure on roads. They can, the infrastructure in India can be a bottleneck. And as some of the speakers might know, because you come from that, in UK and US, a lot of people buy online, but they come and collect. So they actually do not go into the store. But my friend Darpan, who I was talking about, sales they did, almost 60% of them would buy online and come and collect. So in India, the infrastructure issues can also help. And last but not the least, I'd like to leave you with a term which I believe can really define the shift of a media company, an Indian media company, from being somebody who creates content and gets communities created to being a commerce enabler, is that we are moving to something that I call roundcasting. And really, it means that you provide services, you provide comparison shopping. I would not go into social shopping. I had their revenues from non-advertising initiatives. In fact, I'd like to leave you with a thought, and I'm a media owner myself, that we in media, I keep saying we should move to a rate card that does not exist. That means you do not start with a rate card. There is no pricing. The media owners charge only if they sell. So there is variable pricing. I know most media owners would not accept that, including me. But at some stage, we'll be forced to do that, because if internet retailers continue to grow in India the way they have grown in the UK and US, we'll have to move to something where the rate card becomes redundant. There's no rate card. You know, you partner. If you sell something, you buy. You get revenues. So these are my thoughts, and I brought a lovely standpoint. The domain I am in today, Exchange for Media, is a portal which helps the community of advertising, marketing, media stay in touch with each other, where media planners and marketers come to know what's happening. But we did not start Exchange for Media to build a community. We started out to build a B2B transaction platform where media sellers would put up their inventory and media buyers or marketers would transact and buy media. That did not happen because there are unique issues to the media industry, and most of them are, probably not going to go away in a hurry. Namely, one, there is a mindset issue in terms of adopting the web still for commerce. I would say that. Second is the fact that media is not a commodity in India. So you're not buying GRPs or deliveries. You are buying brands, time slots, so on and so forth. And third, most importantly, there is variable pricing. It's a very opaque industry. In the same company, you sell at differential rates. So if you bring on an exchange where things are transparent and where your inventory and your pricing information is available, then it creates a lot of issue. But I believe we are moving towards, we've built a community today. We could move towards doing commerce in the trade community. And again, if you look at Alibaba.com, or if you look at Commerce One, or if you look at Ariba, these are huge marketplaces in the B2B, and that's a domain that I know well. And let me tell you that when DNA launched on 29 July 2007, their front page Solus was auctioned on Exchange for Media. So that was in some way commerce. And they got a rate of 1300 rupees per column centimeter. Of course, bidding takes the price to an unnatural level. It's not logical pricing. But to get 1300 rupees on day one of the launch proved that the internet works. It was a novelty, it was one-off experience, but there are sites that are doing that. There's a site called Last Minute Inventory. It's not got enough traction, but I think in the next 2-3 years you'll see commerce in B2B domain in almost all sectors happening. Media might be still far off, but we are here to talk about consumer internet retail, and I hope I can learn something. I couldn't show you the presentation, too bad. Thank you.